Very good. More difficult than, correct. David, what is the superlative of difficult? David, what is the superlative of difficult?
The most difficult.
Okay, correct. Roberto, what is the comparative of exciting? Mariano, what is the comparative of exciting? Oh my God, 2 absence. Carlo André, what is the comparative of exciting?
More exciting than.
And superlative?
The most exciting.
Okay, good. Valentino, comparative of boring? Celeste, comparative of boring?
More boring than.
Superlative?
The most boring.
Okay. Alice, comparative of expensive? Rebecca, comparative of expensive?
Ahorita, teacher, espere.
Number 4.
No me aparece la...
Si te aparece, solo tienes que 70.
Ahora sí, ya está bien. More expensive than.
Superlative?
The most expensive.
Okay. Martin, comparative of interesting?
More interesting than.
Superlative?
The most interesting.
Okay, good. Now, activity number 2. Look and complete. Okay. Esta actividad es similar también a la actividad anterior. We have to write sentences. Vamos a escribir oraciones. Expensive. You have a PlayStation, a computer, a video camera. Okay? Expensive is the adjective. Expensive is the adjective. You only have to write, solo tienes que escribir one example, un solo ejemplo. ¿Ok? Ya no vas a escribir los 3 como hicimos la vez pasada. One, for example. One example. Uno solo. ¿Ok? Escribir una sola oración. You can use, puedes usar comparative or superlative, but only one. ¿Ok? For example, por ejemplo.
Teacher, pero ¿en dónde? ¿En el chat o en el cuaderno?
No. On the book, ahí mismo. Yo lo voy a escribir acá en la parte de abajo. ¿Ok? Solamente va a ser una oración. For example. A computer is the most expensive of them. Okay? This is superlative. Now, comparative. A video camera is more expensive than a PlayStation.
Quiero, o sea, un comparativo y un superlativo, o solo una oración.
No. One example. ¿Qué significa one example? One.
Uno.
Un solo ejemplo. Un ejemplo. Comparative or superlative. One of them. Uno de ellos. Okay? You can use comparative or superlative. For example, A video camera, ahí voy escribiendo, a video camera is more expensive than a what? A PlayStation or a computer?
PlayStation.
Yes, PlayStation. Correct. Ahí está la oración. PlayStation. Okay. One example. Ahora, pero teacher, ¿puedo poner superlative? Yes. De pronto quieres poner esto. No lo voy a escribir, pero lo voy a decir. De pronto quieres poner a computer is the most expensive. ¿Ok? Si quieres poner esa oración, do it. Ask. Yes, Martin.
Quiero decir la siguiente oración.
Ok. Tell me, Martin.
A computer is more expensive a video camera.
Okay. Good. Okay, Martin. Very good. Now, ahora. Next page. Siguiente página. 101. En la siguiente actividad, okay, in the next activity you have two adjectives. Tienes dos adjetivos. Interesting or boring. Interesting or boring. Okay? Usa. Only one. Solo uno usa. Okay? Interesting or boring. Puedes usar uno nada más. You have a magazine, una revista. A football match, partido de fútbol. A story, una historia. And a karate film. Okay? One example, un ejemplo. Using interesting and one example using boring. Un ejemplo con cada adjetivo. Interesting and boring. Tú ya sabes lo que significa interesting y también sabes lo que significa boring. ¿Ok? For you.
Quería dos oraciones.
Yes, yes, Álvaro. For you, para ti, for you.
Sí, te lo podemos copiar arriba y ahí.
Ok, ok. Yo lo voy a colocar al costado del niño. Ahí voy a escribir mis oraciones porque ahí tengo. For example, interesting. Voy a colocar number one. Interesting. Which is interesting for me? ¿Qué es más interesante? A ver. Let's see, déjame ver. For me, para mí, ¿ok? A magazine is more interesting than a karate film. ¿Ok? For me. For me. Esa es mi oración. A magazine is...
también va a ser una, como puede ser número uno.
Yes. A magazine is more interesting than a karate film. ¿Ok? This is my example. Este es mi ejemplo. No quiere decir que vas a escribir lo mismo. ¿Ok? You can use different things. A football match, a story. Cuando dice a story, se refiere a una historia. No necesariamente...
¿El magazine es mago?
No, revista. A magazine significa revista, una revista. Okay? Now, number 2. Mira dónde lo voy a escribir. Number 2. Boring. Boring, okay? What is boring for you? What is boring for you? For me, a football match is the most boring, okay? For me, in my opinion, a football match is the most boring. Voy a escribir este ejemplo. A football match is the most boring. Y ahí están mis dos oraciones. ¿Ok? En una usé interesting, more interesting. Y en la otra oración usé the most boring. One is comparative. The other one is superlative. Solo dos oraciones se pedí. Así. ¿Ok? Si alguien tiene duda, pregunte. Ahora, los que tengan listos sus oraciones, raise your hand. Levanten la mano para llamar. Los que quieran participar, ¿ok? Ya saben que son con puntos sin participación, en la nota de participación. Ok. Good. 3 volunteers. 4. Están subiendo. Ok. Martin, tell me your example, please.
Lo voy a enviar por el chat, todavía no lo termino de escribir.
Orally. In the chat, no, Martin. Orally, oralmente. Te espero, ¿ok? Alessandra Solís.
Magazine.
A magazine, ok.
Is more interesting than football match.
Ok, good. Ariana Auki, continue.
A story Cory y su amiga Paquita la alpaquita is more interesting than a football match.
Very good. Muy sencillo, okay, very good. Gabriel.
Karate films are the most boring.
Very good. Celeste.
A football match is more interesting than a karate film.
Very good. Nicolás.
A story is the most boring.
Okay. Good, Nicolás. Joaquín.
A karate film is more interesting than a football match.
Very good. Good. Álvaro.
Okay, teacher. A story of Cory y su amiga Paquita la alpaquita is more boring than a magazine.
Very good. Good, Álvaro. Excellent. Martin, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, tell
A
me.
karate film is the most interesting. A mentioned is the most boring.
Okay, very good. Brenda.
Karate is more difficult than a foot match.
More difficult or more boring or interesting? No hay difficult, solamente hay interesting or boring.
My name is
You can say a karate film is more interesting than a football match. Javier Ceballos.
A karate film is boring than history.
Good, Javier. Correct.
Yo iba a decir que el karate y también otra cosa que iba a decir de
Pero
el magazine, iba a decir que era aburrido de frente nomás, pero me robaron la idea y
te
tuve que
ganaron.
hacer.
Te ganaron.
Sí.
Ok, don't worry, no te preocupes. Lo importante es participar. Good, Javier. David.
Karate film is the most boring.
Okay, good, I agree. Perfect. Excellent. Estos chicos que han participado tienen puntos extras, ya saben. Difficult. Difficult. This is the adjective. You have an English homework, an alphabet soup, a math homework, a crossword. For you, tell me, which is difficult or which is the most difficult for you? Okay? You can use comparative or superlative. Puedes usar uno de ellos, okay?
Teacher, in el chat.
No. In the book, on the book. For me, for me, I have to say, yo tengo que decir, a math homework is more difficult than an alphabet soup. Okay? This is my example. A math, copia tu oración, okay? A math homework is more difficult than an alphabet soup.
The apple is the most
Terminé.
Okay. This is my example. A math homework is more difficult than an alphabet soup for me. What about you? ¿Qué hay de ti?
Hice uno superlativo.
Okay, good. Raise your hand, please. Raise your hand for your participation. Okay, Alvaro, tell me your example in this moment.
Teacher, English homework is the most difficult.
Very good. Martin.
A crossword is the most difficult. Inés, ¿puedes leer el chat que le mandé?
Okay. Very good, Martin. Okay. Nicolás.
An English homework is the most difficult.
Okay, very good.